In this video, I'm going to show you a start to finish IKEA kitchen.
So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the cabinets and the kitchen layout. So when we started this project, there was a wall that was blocking from the living room to the kitchen area. Maybe there was supposed to be some sort of dining room area here before the cabinets started here and went through and stopped right where we stopped. You might remember there was a bulkhead across the top here where the cabinets went up into. We immediately removed that so we could get our cabinets going right up to the ceiling. In a peninsula, after the wall was brought down, there will be some bar seating on this edge. That's supposed to replace the dining room table.
Now that we've seen the finished kitchen, let's get this demo started. Ouch. I wanted to show you that because of how important it is to use all personal protective equipment and to show you a whole kitchen demo in 20 seconds. Now let's look at the new kitchen layout. You can see there I've added a peninsula to create that L shape at the end, and that's where the eating bar is going to be. Now that I've got all my IKEA cabinets in, I'm going to begin opening all the packages and leaving enough space to build each individual cabinet. I find that creating this sort of assembly line style to build your cabinets will save a lot of time in the end. It may take 1 hour to build a cabinet individually, but it might take 4 hours to build 13. Now that I've got all 13 cabinets assembled, I'm going to begin nailing the backs in. Now with the IKEA cabinets, they give you nails and you are to use a small hammer and follow the line that's on the back of the cabinet, ensuring that you pull the back of the board square and tight into the cabinet, making it square the cabinet for you before you begin nailing. So like I said, I start with putting a nail in the bottom corner, holding the back as snug as I can, pulling it into that corner. Then I'll make sure on the one side to push it all the way over, and then I'll use the back of the backboard to push tight against the other side, squaring the cabinet. Now, if you're following along with IKEA's instructions, you can see that what I'm doing here is a little bit different than what they recommend. When I put IKEA cabinets in, I construct my own wooden base out of plywood and 2x4s. This ensures some more solidness to the cabinets. So when I've got a peninsula or an island, I will always make my own base. Once I've got the base installed, leveled, and fastened, I can measure up from the top of the base to get the height for my metal mounting rail. Now with the metal mounting rail, I will then attach it to the wall by fastening to each stud going around the perimeter of where the cabinets are going. With the peninsula cabinets, I will countersink a screw in the bottom of the cabinets and attach it to the base. This will ensure that they can't be knocked over because the base is securely fastened to the floor. With the rail installed, I'm now going to install the cabinets on top of the base, slipping the bolt through the back clip that's installed on the IKEA cabinet. Now I'm going to work out the measurement to figure out where to mount the rails for the upper cabinets. So I've got an upper cabinet going over top of the dishwasher on the left, and I've got 3 upper cabinets going above the stove. One to the left of the stove, one above the stove, and one to the right of the stove. Now that I've got all the uppers laid out, I'm going to start to cut the rails and install the rails to the wall. One thing that's different with this kitchen layout than the original is that they had cabinets going right up around the window, so they had inside cabinets on the uppers. I felt that that really closed in the kitchen, especially because I was using such large uppers and it felt quite closed in when I was standing at the kitchen. So one thing I've done here is I've added in a feature where at the end of this wall we're doing some floating shelves that will follow the inside corner shape, and I'm going to tile the backsplash all the way up the wall to the top of the ceiling around that window. So if you're interested in that look, please check out my other video called Floating Shelves. Now that all the doors are installed, I am installing cover panels and filler strips. For a more detailed look at this process, be sure to watch my other video titled Cover Panels and Filler Strips. Great, countertops are installed. Now I'm working on the handles. If you need more information on handles, like making a jig and making your life easier while installing handles, please check out my other video that highlights this procedure called Installing Kitchen Cabinet Handles. Great, I'm all finished. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.